Hey, welcome back to Mr. Harris RYC YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, share. Yeah, we're gonna do an all-time favorite. We love this guy right here, Chris Stapleton, and this dude is on fire. You know, I saw him on the Grammys. We did a great job here at the Super Bowl. For those of us who haven't heard it, we get a chance to check that out, singing the national anthem. So Rick, I see you got him tuned up. That's why I was able to not ask you who we got today.
Yes.
You know, because I see him already up, queued up. And anybody suggested, so this was your suggestion?
This was my suggestion.
Okay, so either we'll love or hate you today. All right?
Yes.
Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing up,
Let's go to church.
through the night
Yep.
that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Nice. Listen, this is the first, Rick, this is probably the first time ever that I'm doing a reaction to something that I cheated on. I already saw it.
Yes.
Because I did see this at the Super Bowl. I watched the Super Bowl game the other day, which is actually the first football game I watched all season. I got a chance to watch the game. So I heard this performance. So I'm just gonna be upfront and honest with you. That being said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? We love Chris Stapleton. Probably one of the most soulful singers of our era. Probably one of the most soulful singers of our era. And people see him as a country singer. Am I right about that? I don't see him as a country singer. So y'all put him in the country category. Why? White boy, long hair, big beard, maybe singing 1 or 2 country songs, or 3 or 4, 5, 6 country songs. But when you really just listen to him sing, he is a soulful singer. I mean, he's singing like he came out of the churches of Louisiana. And he was the only musician in the church because he plays. You know, and I first want to give him a shout out on that. Like, you know, Rick, did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did.
So he had a couple other singers that came before him, and I won't call any names. Shirley Roth performed. Did I just say that? Shirley Roth. She did a good job, by the way. She just sung very low. You know, it's very low. I didn't expect her to sing like a tenor tone. That's such a beautiful woman. Then you had Babyface. Babyface was Babyface. You know, But I want more, like the background vocals on Lift Every Voice. No, he didn't sing Lift Every Voice. He sung, she sung Lift Every Voice. I forget the song that Babyface sung. America the Beautiful, I think is what he's saying. You got a guitar in your hand. I don't even know if you really played. I heard the background tracks, and I'm not disrespecting you, Babyface. You know, you've got a lot of hits and one of the largest publishing deals ever known to man. However, when we tune in for the Super Bowl, I want to hear something amazing, you know. And so when Chris Stapleton got up, I was like, okay, I know what he's capable of doing, but I was even nervous. Like, what you gonna do? It sounded like he sang live. Big ups to him, right? Because this is not an easy song to sing. Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say. If I start that low, and the rock is regular, right? Is where we end up going. Oh. So it's like, it's very important to pick the right key. How many times have you heard singers like, oh, say, can you see? And the rock is regular. The key ends up being too high for them, right? So it's very important to get the right key. He did it. He was soulful, I'm using that word again, in some of the melodies and stuff that he chose. And big ups to the audience, right? Because when the audience started cheering, when he does little soulful runs, to me, I was like, yo, y'all hear it. Okay. Audience, you can tell, he's singing. It was flawless. I mean, but Chris Stapleton is always like flawless. He's the man. I saw him the other day on the Grammys with like Stevie Wonder, like, and he held his own, did his thing. Like, actually I can't say it sounded better than Stevie. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to do that. And don't you even wait for me to do that. Do you think I would do that? I would never say that about Stevie. But he sounded really good. He sounded really good. Took a good solo too on the guitar. We love Chris Stapleton. I am so happy of how he's been blessed and how his career is just moving. You know, the only thing I have about Chris Stapleton is always something. You know me. You probably just waiting for it. He gonna say something though. Yes, because we're not perfect beings. We're always striving for perfection. That's what makes life fun. Sometimes I don't know what he's saying. You know, so I know this song, but like sometimes in diction, some of the words, like Chris Stapleton doesn't open his mouth a lot. You know, everything is, oh, hey. So sometimes I don't know exactly what he's saying, but I know this song, so I know what the words should be. Other than that, it's a perfect performance. He's dope. Am I the only one who sometimes say, what did he say? But yeah, I gotta be careful. I know who I'm talking to. I know some diehard Chris Stapleton fans who are just waiting to attack. How dare he? Right? But no, it's just true. And I guess as Chris was saying, yeah, I probably should, watch my diction on some of those words. And that's cool. That's what a true artist does. Like, they listen to themselves and say, hey, I could have done this better. I should have played that 7th chord instead of that 9th chord. Or I could have done. That's what we do. We do that all the time. And that's what I'm doing with him, is that it's just sometimes with addiction. But dope. I think this goes in the record books as probably top 5. My memory is horrible. Whitney Houston is number 1 for me. Number 2, Marvin Gaye. I would probably put Chris Stapleton number 3. Yeah, I mean, I would listen to that again just to hear him sing it. And that's when you know it's a good performance. And I'm gonna tell you how else you know. We always say that music does several things, right? We grade people on, their range, their pitch, their feeling, and blah, all those types of things. And I always say we also, which coincides with feeling, is can you deliver the song? Y'all saw Coach, right? What was Coach doing? Coach was crying. Now, you could say, hey, he was crying because he's excited about the game. No, he was crying because Chris Stapleton delivered that song. What we heard earlier is that he said he would listen to Whitney Houston sing the Star Spangled Banner before his games and hope that one day he would be in the Super Bowl. So he was like, yo, this is happening, and Chris is doing it. Yo, that's what I gather from those tears. You know, if he's made an interview and said something different, I'd like to hear what that is. But I think he was feeling what Chris was doing based on how much he loves the Star Spangled Banner and Whitney Houston's version. And here I am at the Super Bowl. I can't say enough. Chris Stapleton, great job. I don't mind cheating on this one, Rick. You know, and we didn't even talk about it, you know, whether or not I even watched the Super Bowl. But yeah, this is a great choice. And big up for Chris Stapleton. I'm hoping the best from him. And y'all see him as a soulful singer. I hope he goes down in history as a soulful singer, and he who sung some country music, because that's really what's going on here. All right, man. As always, don't forget, make sure you take some time to love yourself and take a little bit of that love to give to somebody else. All right, see you soon. Don't forget to share this channel, Mr. Harris RYC. Ciao. What kind of face was that?